ping pong with you. You're like, why aren't you playing ping pong with me?
Because you're always scared. I literally have boxing gloves. I have boxing gloves. Let's go. You're talking shot. Let's go. Boxing right now.
If you were to ask me, boys, I think I could confidently say we are right now currently seeing the beginning of Jack Doherty's fall off. So 5 months ago, I uploaded a video on Jack Doherty, and admittedly, that video was a game changer for the channel. It's now sitting at just over 1 million total views, which for me, that is insane. And in that video, we talked about Jack, and we took a look at his YouTube career, starting from just an innocent kid flipping markers in a classroom to the absolute unbearable loser that he's become today. And little did I know, that would probably be Jack's peak in life. That was around the time where he got slapped by FouseyTube.
I saw him bang! 5 fingers to the face.
He was having all of those huge parties in his house, and it seems like there was a fight every single night he was streaming. But that wouldn't last long, as lawsuits started to be dropped and allegation after allegation started to be used against Jack. So last Halloween night, so about 7 or 8 months ago, Jack was at a Halloween party that ironically was being ran by David Dobrik. For those of you who don't remember, like 2 years ago, David Dobrik got exposed for being a fucking weirdo. So it's kind of ironic that he was hosting a Halloween party. But anyways, Jack was at this David Dobrik Halloween party, and Jack was acting a complete fucking fool, as Jack does.
You're not allowed to do what you're doing.
What are we doing?
Interviewing guests or to the microphone.
We're not interviewing guests.
Yes, you are.
That's our friend. We came with them. I thought everyone here would be filming. I was trying to have a good time with my friends and family. It got ruined.
He was apparently attempting to set up a fight between him and I think his bodyguard and 2 other people at the party. Now it's hard to tell what exactly happened after that, as we only have a short clip of the entire incident, but seemingly all of a sudden, Jack's bodyguard just straight up punches the dude that Jack was trying to fight just a few minutes earlier.
I'm at a party, I don't want to be on a stream.
I'm just saying, walk.
Wait, chill. No. Just back up. Just stop.
I'm just saying, y'all say
Yo, just stop. Tell him stop. Oh, fuck. Oh, no, yo, stop.
No, with you. Are you fucking crazy?
Now obviously I can't show you guys the actual punch, not only because YouTube just flat out doesn't like that kind of stuff, they'll demonetize the entire video, but dude got knocked the fuck out. Like, this was one of the craziest punches I may have ever seen. The bodyguard was probably a good 150 pounds heavier than the dude that he punched, and bro went flying like a rag doll. Like I said, we don't have a video of the entire incident. I don't think anybody there was live streaming at the time, so all we really have is this short clip, and in the clip it does seem like they're trying to tell Jack and his bodyguard to leave, and then all of a sudden the bodyguard just smacks the dude's hand out of his way and punches him in his face. And at first, although the situation was obviously crazy, we all thought it was just gonna be another thing where it happened and nothing happened to Jack, and he was just gonna continue to do what he does and piss people off. And at first that was the case, but about 6 months or 7 months later, and about a month ago at the time of me recording this video, the guy that got punched in the face actually had a lawsuit put out against Jack, and most importantly, the bodyguard that punched him in the face. Now, according to the lawsuit, they are going after Jack directly, at least a little bit, especially because he has all of the money. The lawsuit claims Doherty has a history both before and after the incident of filming himself harassing, assaulting, and antagonizing members of the public by having his security guards step in to intimidate and assault them if they react to Jack's harassment, which is fucking hilarious because that's the exact reason why most people hate Jack. This lawsuit also allowed us to learn who exactly Jack's bodyguard is, and we quickly learned that not only is he the former bodyguard of the baby, but he also has a history of beating the shit out of people. So back in 2019, someone by the name of Don Tragg was a fan of the baby, and he just so happened to see him outside of a nightclub somewhere in Massachusetts. And like many fans can be, bro was being kind of fucking annoying, trying to get a picture with the baby, and I guess the baby didn't really want a picture with him, and the baby security, who consists of 2 people, one of those guys being the dude that's now Jack's security, they were telling him to, you know, back the fuck up, leave the baby alone, and I guess this guy Don was not trying to have any of it, so he starts throwing insults, verbal insults, at the 2 security guards, and I guess the security guards didn't like that, so instead of just walking away, they beat the fucking shit out of this this dude. They beat him so bad that only a few hours after being released from the hospital, this dude passed out, goes back to the hospital where they later found out he was suffering from severe brain and neck swelling. But believe it or not, this is not the only incident that happened in 2019. So again, back in 2019, the baby was performing in New Orleans and he got off the stage and got into the crowd a little bit. Well, an oversized female reached into the crowd and grabbed the baby, and I guess the baby didn't really like that very much, so he pushed her away, which caused Kane to punch this girl 3 times in her face, leaving her unconscious. Now, I did say an oversized female for a reason, and I wasn't calling her fat, because according to Kane, which is the bodyguard we've been talking about this whole time, this female looked oddly like a man.
Like, was that a girl last night? Like, nah, that wasn't no fucking girl. It was a dude. The nigga was big. Nigga had dreads. Like, that was a dude. But obviously, come to find out, that was a female.
And as much as I would love to believe the bodyguard, at least according to the information I was able to find on the internet, this dude is fucking 6'9" and 400 pounds. That's only 3 inches shorter and heavier than fucking Shaq. That's like Shaq smacking the shit out of a bitch and saying, well, she was big. I thought that was a man. Would you believe Shaq if he said that? Personally, I wouldn't. But people don't hate Jack just because they think that he acts like a bitch without security, but we've actually gotten proof that if Jack doesn't have security or somebody around him to protect him, he's a complete bitch. And just about 2 months ago, someone by the name of Lenny Miller would prove that statement true. So I guess Lenny and Jack had a bit of beef before this entire situation, as Jack was caught talking crazy about this Lenny guy on stream.
Fuck are they? If I really wanted to, I'd kick them the fuck out. Like, who the fuck are they? They didn't pay for shit. Fuck. How the? I'm so like mind-boggling. It's like, how the fuck? The 2 most hated people here. How are they in the master bedroom? What the fuck?
Obviously, not a huge deal, kind of whatever. But since Jack is constantly being a douchebag, trying to act tough, trying to set up fights that eventually just end with his bodyguard punching people in the face, Lenny decided to make a meme-ass video and try to fight Jack at his own party. Now, it's not like Lenny just pulled up to Jack, acting all tough and shit, trying to actually fight him. Instead, he brought boxing gloves and he was actually trying to have a legit boxing match.
So, we came back to the crib. I don't know how we got in, but we came back to the crib. I got some boxing gloves, because you know what? If bro's gonna diss me, then I'm gonna make him stand on business.
He didn't go there just to beat Jack's ass. But of course, with Jack having absolutely no security around him, he wanted absolutely nothing to do with this boxing match.
You had hella trash to talk on stream. Let's go. Let's go.
You're dumb as fuck.
What?
He's doing it for a clip.
Let's go. You had hella trash to talk on stream. Now let's go. You talked trash on the stream last night. Let's go.
I don't care.
And you think it's funny you won't say it to my face, but you'll say it on the VOD, huh?
Because I don't want to give you a clip like you're trying to do right now.
What do you mean? Nah, if you're a man, stand on business. Stand on business. You're not standing on business.
What's the point of giving you a clip, bro?
And I would go as far as to say he was acting like a fucking pussy boy right here, leaning into his girlfriend, and then he proceeds to walk behind a wall of people that know him and are his friends before he finally throws one of the boxing gloves at Lenny.
I'm trying to play ping pong with you. You're like, why aren't you playing ping pong with me?
Because you're always scared. I literally have boxing gloves. I have boxing gloves. Let's go. You're talking trash. Let's go. I literally will box you right now.
You can really see how Jack's attitude changes as soon as he has a wall of friends in front of him. He wanted absolutely nothing to do with Lenny and these boxing gloves until he had protection in front of him. And you'll notice how all of these people are fucking dick riding Jack, trying to get Lenny to fight them, but Lenny was just there to fight Jack, and he wanted nothing to do with any of these other losers.
He said no.
Dumbass, what you about to do? Ain't gonna do shit.
I don't got beef with any of y'all. I got beef with him. I got beef with none of y'all.
Even after Lenny was walking away because Jack wouldn't fight him, the entire crew chased bro into the house, chased him into one of the bedrooms, and tried to force him to delete the footage. Considering there's like 15 people against Lenny's like 3, they were able to somehow force their way into that bedroom, and according to Lenny, they got a hold of the camera and threw it in the fucking pool.
Throwing somebody's camera in the pool is crazy. Like, I'm not gonna lie, yeah, like, I
I like tried to box you or whatever. And then you try to flex that I don't have footage and you stole my SD card, but I swapped the SD card out. How do you think I'm posting this video? Like, you're dumb.
And throwing someone's camera in the pool is a complete bitch move, and the only reason you would do that is because you know you got punked out on camera and you didn't want anybody to see it. And you already know if Jack got his camera thrown in a pool, he would lose his shit. He would make an entire YouTube video talking about how someone threw his camera in the pool. And you already know Jack would probably sue them too. But as soon as something negative happens to him, of course he's gonna throw the camera in the pool because he knows all those people around him are gonna protect him. Obviously, in a normal situation, if you just go up to a YouTuber or a streamer and you try to fight them, I would call you a weirdo. But when you're somebody like Jack, constantly hiding behind your security guards and shit, somebody is gonna come up to you and they're gonna try to punk you out, which is exactly what happened here. And it's not like Jack doesn't want a boxing match if he thinks it's gonna get him views. As a matter of fact, just a few days ago at the time of me recording this video, on June 8th, Jack posted this on Twitter. Although I can't show you the video, it's a video of him boxing that like Norwegian guy he's always hanging out with in his streams. And then above the video it says, "This boxing match lasted less than 10 seconds. At Neon on YouTube, let's box next." So obviously Jack is willing to box someone, but only if he thinks he can beat that person in a boxing match, and only if he thinks it's gonna get him more views and more clout. And although I do think these two situations are eventually gonna lead to the demise of Jack, I really think it's the allegations that came out on him about a month or two ago that will eventually destroy his entire career. So the person that started off these allegations, I believe, was actually Natalie Reynolds, who you guys probably know from getting banned on Kick and scamming a bunch of people out of money on some random ass crypto. Well, she was actually a former OnlyFans girl that Jack managed. Well, unfortunately, I can't find any of her original tweets because her entire Twitter account got banned. But I do believe that she was the first person to make these allegations. Well, after her, Neon decided to jump on the bandwagon, and he said this on stream.
"I was actually speaking highly of you for the first time. You want to come here and talk? It's all good, bro. It's all good. It's all good. I just don't give a anymore, man. I just don't care, bro. You get 17-year-old girls the night before their birthday, you buy a $10,000 yacht every time. You get them drunk and they sign a contract, 50% of their life every single time."
Now, obviously, those are some very serious allegations that Neon is putting on Jack. Now, personally, I have a really hard time believing anything that Neon says because it's fucking Neon. And considering Neon's girlfriend is one of the girls that Jack used to manage, it seems kind of weird that he would now come out and say all of this stuff about Jack. But obviously, Jack must have been feeling the heat from all of these allegations because he actually dropped a video on Twitter responding to these allegations.
Basically, there's this rumor saying that I sign minors to OnlyFans, get them drunk on yachts, make them sign contracts, whatever. That is the most untrue, false allegation I've ever heard, and I've never felt like I had to respond to it because it's just so dumb. But one person came up with that rumor, and the whole internet ran with it. And the person that came with that rumor was getting interviewed, and they blocked the person that was interviewing them because they had no proof and nothing to say about it. It's completely made up, and the whole internet runs with it, and now people believe it. It's so stupid. I hate that I even have to explain myself on it, but I'm younger than basically every girl I have signed except for like one, and that girl signed 4 months after her 18th birthday. So I have proof to back everything up if I need to, but it's just so dumb that people really like believe that type of shit, and they want to believe it because they hate me and they just can't accept the fact that I'm doing well in life. But haters gonna hate, and people are gonna make up shit. And
now, if you guys didn't know, honestly, I had no idea about this when I made my first video on Jack, but the way Jack makes most of his money is not actually from YouTube, it's not from TikTok, and it's definitely not from Kick. Jack makes most of his money by signing girls to terrible contracts, giving them a set salary, and then taking almost all of their money that they earn from OnlyFans. And we know this is true because a new character entered the story and gave us a whole lot of context on who exactly Jack is. So this guy goes by the name of Matt or Matthew, and he was apparently a former cameraman for Jack. And I guess they had a bit of a tough falling out, so he then decided that he was going to expose Jack for all of the terrible things that he does. But honestly, the exposing started off pretty light. He just started off by posting screenshots, messages between him and McKinley, which is Jack's girlfriend, basically just proving McKinley is a clout chasing chasing hoe, just like all of the girls that are around Jack. So he started off by dropping messages between him and McKinley. Keep in mind, I believe Jack and this guy Matt had just met McKinley a few days ago at the time of all of these messages being sent. But it starts off, it says, hopefully I see you this weekend. Yes, I hope so too. I'll keep you guys updated. Just got to get that bread up. You can easily get that bread up with us, trust. You don't really have an option. I might have to go over there and steal you. You can come steal me for sure. Filling my tank right now. Let me know when you're here. I got to get a few things before I get there, but just for research purposes, what's your ring size? Oh, perfect. I can easily give you that answer and help you out. I'm a size 8. Okay, perfect. I just needed to have that noted. Have your bag packed and ready when I get there. I'm already packed up, trust. 2 steps ahead of you. I love a woman that makes my life easier. And she says, here I am. Oh yeah, just a heads up. If you keep liking my stories, I might have to kiss you. Typed in notes. Keep liking his IG stories. Noted. Keep it up and I might have to take care of that. What if I said I wanted you to take care of it? I'm not even gonna lie, boys. This is some terrible fucking flirting. Some middle school flirting shit right here for real. This is tough to watch. This is tough to fucking read. I'm not gonna lie. I'm getting a little bit of secondhand embarrassment, but we have a little bit more screenshots to read. Looks like it's getting taken care of then. I'm happy to hear that. Everything will be taken care of next time we are face to face. Good. That's what I wanted to hear. I'll see you this weekend. Either I'm going to you or you're coming to me. Haha. Okay. I'll let you know if I can come. If not, I can come very soon. Trust. I'll see you soon. And he says, good night, beautiful. You can just fucking tell that Jack and this guy Matt are complete simps for these girls. Bro said good night, beautiful to a girl that he met 72 hours ago. This is the last screenshot of messages right here. It says, good morning, bruh. I fell asleep at like 4. Same. I just gotta throw my phone across the room to get some sleep. I literally could not sleep for shit last night. I usually don't stay up that late, LMAO. Bro says, was it cause I was on your mind? She says, yes, actually you were. He says, okay, good, same here. And she says, love to hear it. Not only is this so embarrassing to see 2 grown-ass adults talking to each other like this, but you gotta think how fucking embarrassing Jack must have been reading this shit. This is his girlfriend. This girl is all over him in all of his live streams, all of his YouTube videos. And the day that she got to LA, the day she met Jack, she was trying to suck off his cameraman. That's fucking unfortunate. But at the same time, let's be honest, there was no way that any of these girls actually wanted to be around Jack. Like, we all knew that from the start. He also posted a picture of him and McKinley kissing. It was a weak ass kiss, I'm not gonna lie. And McKinley does low-key look a little uncomfortable, but that also just proves McKinley was gonna fuck on whoever had the most money and most clout as soon as she got there, and clearly it was Jack. But after Jack saw all of this stuff, instead of just ignoring it like he probably should have done, he fucking responded.
So there's this video that he keeps posting of him kissing my girlfriend in the back of an Uber, and here's the context to it. That was the very first day I flew her down here, the day we all met her, and I literally had another girl in my bed when she flew down to my house that day. And then right after we went to a club and she got all drunk, he would always do this. I would be with another girl and he would have her friend. So since I was with another girl, he was just all over McKinley, nonstop touching her, trying to kiss her nonstop, and she was super uncomfortable and didn't know what to do. It was her first day there. He had a huge ego and would start to do that with every girl and think they all want him, but they don't. And so then this is what happened. We were on the Uber on the way home. I was in the second row with another girl. She was like on top of me. I was lying down. We were all drunk, and I had my arm up like that. And McKinley was holding my hand in the video of him kissing her. And you can see in the video, she's not even kissing him back. She's just there, very uncomfortable, holding my hand in the beginning of the video, and then goes to hold it again at the end of the video. You can see it all. She was very uncomfortable. That's why she was holding my hand while I was literally with another girl. Like, bro, do you not get the memo?
It seems like Jack is more worried about telling us that he was with another girl rather than actually debunking the fact that McKinley was whoring out before she even got to Jack. McKinley was cleaning up these streets well before she met Jack. Did you guys also notice when he said he would usually take the girl and Matt would take her friend? Like, it's so obvious that Jack is using his power and his money to not only sign these girls to terrible contracts, but to have sex with these these girls. That's the only way he's getting any of this female attention. Now, Jack did also make some pretty serious claims against Matt, but I'm not going to bring that up in this video for multiple reasons. The main reason being simply, this is a video about Jack, not Matt, and I want to talk about Jack and the things that he's done, but also considering the claims that apparently happened in Jack's house with Jack knowing these things were happening, it's just very odd if it's true that he would continue to pay this person to still be around all of these girls. So either way, even if these allegations against Matt are also true, Jack is just as much in the wrong as anybody in this situation. Now, obviously, Jack looks like a fucking idiot during this entire situation, but that's a given. Jack wakes up and looks like a fucking idiot.
We got out of there, motherfucker. Let's go.
Watch your language. There's kids around here.
I didn't say any curse words. What'd I say?
Just watch your language.
What'd I say?
You got a stupid shirt on over there.
Yeah. Your kids can't read, though.
What are you talking about?
Your kids can't read, can they?
I'm sure your kids watch.
Get away from me.
You started talking to me, buddy.
Get away from me.
You get away from me. Watch your kids. Go walk away.
But all of these allegations that Matt was bringing up against Jack were not that serious until a YouTuber by the name of The Asher Show actually had an interview with Matt, and he claims that Jack actually gets girls that are not legally allowed to drink, gets them drunk on a yacht, and signs them to that terrible contract where Jack takes most of their money.
They obviously go for like the youngest ones. Crazy one that they have, Claire. She was 17 and we met her at Sway. Not even just Claire. He obviously just goes for the young girls. And Claire actually signed when she was drunk on a boat and she's not allowed to drink. He waits to get these drunk and make them sign their life.
Now, these allegations are fucking insane, but honestly, I wouldn't be surprised at all if they were true. I don't think it's a coincidence that a few of these girls, the first couple girls actually that Jack signed to this OnlyFans management thing that he has going on, were girls that he met before they turned 18. Even if he isn't signing 17-year-olds to insanely bad contracts, I have no doubt in my mind that he's getting these 18, 19, 20-year-olds drunk on yachts the day that they need to sign all these contracts. We've already seen him fucking do it on live stream. And I know some people are probably thinking, slacking, if this is true, wouldn't Jack already be in jail? And sure, maybe he would. Maybe this isn't true. Maybe I'm a fucking idiot. But this would be a very big crime that Jack is committing. This is not a small time thing that just a normal cop is gonna be able to put two and two together. In order for Jack to get caught doing this, it's gonna take multiple girls coming forward and a legit case made against Jack. For all we know, the feds are already watching, bro. When it comes to big time cases, the feds usually like to build up as much evidence as they can before they come forward, so they have the best chance of making a conviction. The Young Thug YSL trial is a perfect example of that. The feds knew for years that Young Thug was doing illegal activities, but they just sat back and allowed him to do it and built up all of the evidence that they could. And for all we know, the same thing could be happening to Jack right now. And although this allegation that Matt made is pretty crazy, it's honestly nothing compared to the crazy shit he's about to say next.
There's also the embezzlement. Let's say I'm Jack and I'm signing this girl and I ask her, hey, can you just give me your social security number? I'm gonna take it and put it, and I'm gonna create a bank account with us together. But in reality, he goes and just makes it for the girl. The girl never sees the amount that's in that account. Jack's name has nothing to do with that bank account. He pays himself through her account.
Now here's the thing, if this is true, which honestly I wouldn't be surprised if it is, but if this is true, it might take 5, 10, 15, 20 years before we hear anything about this. Embezzlement cases are not something that just happen overnight. It would first take one of the girls coming out with proof, taking that to the police, and then from there, it would probably take years and years of work to prove that Jack is not only doing this, but prove just how much Jack actually embezzled. But these are some pretty serious allegations, so serious as a matter of fact, these are the type of things that people get sued over. And considering Jack hasn't sued Matt for saying this, I think that's kind of interesting. But also, these allegations didn't get that big. I haven't seen a lot of people talking about this, so maybe Jack just thought suing him would have brought more attention to this than just leaving it alone. But even if Jack's career doesn't get destroyed by these allegations, he is doing absolutely everything he can to make sure that his career does get destroyed some way. And the most recent situation he found himself in is for sure gonna help him do that. So both Jack and Neon were live streaming themselves going to some weird bare knuckles fighting event. I think it was taking place in Florida, but honestly I'm not entirely sure. And for whatever reason, Jack has been wanting to fight Neon for a long time. We saw earlier in the video, he just randomly posted about fighting Neon on Twitter. So as soon as he heard that Neon was also live streaming at the same event as him, his dick instantly got hard. He was all fucking excited to see Neon.
Neon can run bare knuckle if you want.
I love that.
All right, cool. Yeah, no, me and Neon.
Can you bet on Kirgo?
Fuck yeah, let's go.
All right.
We'll bet on Kirgo for it.
All right.
Me and Neon bare knuckle boxing match. Yo, Neon, I know you're seeing this right now. Don't back out. Don't be a bitch. You already know bare knuckle. After this whole thing, me and you were running one on one. Let's go.
And he was being pretty fucking annoying about it, going up to people, asking if they've seen Neon, and honestly just being fucking annoying like Jack always is.
Neon, let's go in the ring right now. Bare knuckle fight.
And eventually Jack does figure out where Neon is, and even though Jack was obnoxiously looking for Neon for like an hour on stream, instead of going up to Neon when he finally does find him, he has his Norwegian butt buddy throw water on Neon as he's walking by.
Put it into words. What are you feeling right now to be a world champion? That has to feel really good right now.
Yo, what the
I've
fuck?
screwed up a lot of things in my life.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
And then of course, Jack is just sitting there acting like he wasn't a part of this, which is the same exact thing we saw him do in the first video that I made about him when he invited the Island Boys over just for them to get slapped, and then he wanted to act all surprised when the Island Boys got mad at him. Jack is such a loser, constantly using his money and his power to keep the blame off of him. But eventually Neon did realize that Jack was behind the water being splashed on him, so he goes up to Jack to confront him.
What did you get out of that, bro?
I didn't fucking do shit.
Watch your boy. What do you get out of that, bro?
Get out of my face. Get the fuck out of my.
Now, as usual, I can't show you guys the actual fight because YouTube hates that shit. They'll demonetize this entire video over a stupid little fight. But if you want to find the clips, I'm sure they're really easy to find. Just look up Jack and Neon fights, and I guarantee you'll find the clips. But honestly, unsurprisingly, it was a pretty weak fight. Neon gave Jack a little chest bump, so Jack proceeds to push Neon, and it looks like Neon might have gotten one punch in on Jack, but other than that, the fight was broken up almost instantly. Now, just based off that fight, you could definitely say that neither of them won it. That shit was trash, but Jack's ego is way too high to allow people to think that he didn't win a fight. So after everything was kind of settled and Neon was walking away from the situation, Jack goes running through the casino that the fight was being held at, with his boyfriends holding on to his pockets, looking for Neon, as if Neon wasn't just right in front of his face. And when he finally does get back to Neon, instead of finally punching him, Jack just does a flying jump kick straight into Neon's security like a fucking brick wall. And while Jack's boyfriends fight Neon like a bunch of bitches, tearing his shirt up and shit, Jack is literally crisscross applesauce on the concrete looking for his stupid fucking watch. This entire situation Jack created, and he didn't once punch Neon. But of course, that's not what he thinks happened.
I just want to say I'm sorry to Sam. I can't go to sleep at night knowing people thought I got bitched, so I had to do something about it. You know? I'm going to bed a winner. Bro's gonna have to get cop himself a new t-shirt at the Hard Rock.
You wrecked Neon.
Damn right.
W Jack. W.9.
I got through 2 security guards.
He has blood on his finger after punching Neon in the face.
How is it even possible to be this delusional? It really doesn't matter how many L's Jack takes, he's always gonna think that he comes out on top. And of course, like Jack always does, he went home and got straight to typing on the internet. So Jack first posts this picture of Neon behind a security guard saying they realize they ain't built for this, which is obviously cringe as fuck because Jack is known for hiding behind his security guard. Then he replied to someone saying, "You got banned, bro. bro. You really thought you won. And Jack says, Neon has no income for a week. I make money regardless. So just Jack proving that his only personality trait is how much money he makes. Then he posts another picture of Neon behind a security and says, you cozy back there. And then the day after the fight, which is today at the time of me recording this video, he posts a picture of his car saying, I'll always be on top, and then replies to his own tweet saying only people with 2 Lambos, a McLaren, and a Bentley can reply. Jack always seems to forget that having money and cars doesn't change the fact that you haven't grown since you were 12 and you're still 5'5". This is what Neon had to say after the fight.
I will be taking that money and I will be exposing you for getting drunk underage girls on yachts and taking percentages of them. You will be going down, my brother. You will be going down. I never had any real problem with you until now, so you will be going down. Underage girls on a yacht, making them drink. I know everything about you, and I got this. I got this.
So maybe we'll finally actually hear something about this entire Jack getting girls drunk illegally and signing contracts. But I do find it kind of weird that if this is true and Neon has known about this entire time, he's just now bringing it back up after this little altercation instead of actually trying to do something about it this entire time. And if he is lying and it's not true, or he doesn't know if it's true, then that's just fucking lame. But it's Neon, and as I've said a million times, anything Neon says you have to take with a grain of salt because he's just as fucking stupid and lame as Jack is. Neon also said that after this fight, he's gonna make Sam delete her OnlyFans account.
He owns Sam now. She's deleting her off after this. On my mother's life, she's deleting her off after this. No, she's
Don't acknowledge none of that shit.
I'm just saying though. I'm saying she's deleting her. I'm done. So.
And some people are saying that it's true. Personally, I'm not gonna look it up and figure it out for myself, but I just find it kind of fucking hilarious that after all this time, he now wants Sam to delete her OnlyFans instead of months ago when we were all making fun of him for it. That leads me to believe that Sam is still signed to whatever contract she signed to with Jack, and Jack is still taking her OnlyFans money. Because why else would he want her to delete her OnlyFans right after the fight with Jack? He's clearly doing it in spite of Jack. And if that's the fucking case, that might be the most embarrassing thing I've ever heard. Imagine dating a girl that has an OnlyFans and all of her OnlyFans money is going to her ex. My mind just can't comprehend. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I truly believe this is the beginning of the end of Jack Doherty. Although Jack doesn't make the majority of his money from YouTube and streaming, he makes all of it from the OnlyFans girls that he does sign. If you think about it, YouTube and streaming is the core of his business, and without it, Jack is literally nothing. The reason he was able to get these girls to sign these contracts is because of all the clout that he has. He has fucking 14 million subscribers on YouTube, and the only reason that these girls are making so much money for him is because he's able to funnel people from streaming, from Twitter, from YouTube into their OnlyFans, and he's making a fortune. But if the day comes where people no longer want to watch Jack because he's a fucking loser, or YouTube decides to ban him because he's constantly pushing boundaries, he'll no longer have the platform to funnel all these people to these girls' OnlyFans pages, which means they're gonna be making way less money, which means he's gonna be making way less money. And if the views start to fall off and the money starts to fall off, these girls are gonna turn on Jack in a second. You know they don't fucking care about him, and as soon as they get the chance to get away from him, they're probably gonna do it. And it's not like Jack is saving a ton of his money. Maybe he is, but we've seen how much money he spends. He's spending hundreds of thousands of dollars a month like it's nothing. And if you know anything about making money, then you know that it usually doesn't last forever. Yeah, you might be making a couple $1,000,000 a year while you're young, but it's probably not gonna last forever. So if Jack's not putting that money somewhere smart, it only takes 1 or 2 bad moves and 1 or 2 people to come against you to take you fucking down. And honestly, the more money you have, the more likely it is that someone's gonna want to take it from you. With that being said though, boys, that is where I'm going to end this video. If you were to ask me, I truly believe Jack's downfall is imminent and we're seeing the start of it. It might take a couple years. When you have this many subscribers, when you've been around this long, you don't just disappear overnight. It may take a few years, but I wouldn't be surprised if in a couple years I'm making a similar video talking about how Jack crashed and burned. Let me know down in the comment section though what you guys think of Jack, although I have a pretty good idea of what those comments are gonna be like. I really appreciate you boys so much for watching. And the ladies, I know I've been getting a couple comments saying, yo Slackin', why do you hate the girls? I don't hate you. You just gotta learn that if you're over here on the channel, you are one of the boys. But seriously boys, thank you so much for watching as usual. I appreciate you guys so fucking much. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like on the video, comment down in the comment section. If you are new to the channel, do not forget to hit that subscribe button. We are well on our way to 30,000 subscribers, and then of course eventually 100K. So thank you guys so much for watching, like I said, and I will see you boys in the next one.